It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports.
And if it's in the game, it's in the game.
It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cleveland Browns.
And it's coming up next.
It is a crisp, cool fall afternoon, and we've got football from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Charger offense makes its way out for the first time in this ball game, and leading the way, already a star in just his third season, it's Justin Herbert.
It feels like hyperbole, but it's actually reality. In only 2 seasons, we've seen Justin Herbert do things rarely or never seen before in the NFL. He's one of only 9 quarterbacks now with a 5,000-yard passing season and made the Chargers a top 5 offense for the first time since 2010. He is also the only quarterback to ever throw at least 30 touchdowns in each of his first 2 seasons and set a record for completions over that same span.
They'll start on the ground with Kelly.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Again, it's Kelly. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Got an open man, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief.
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now Herbert gives this one to Kelly.
Room here to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler.
Making the tackle there, Martin Emerson.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run up the gut with Kelly. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns 31.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll try and run for it with Kelly. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
They'll try the air now with Herbert.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath, and he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Herbert's throw taken in by Palmer. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now it's Herbert.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down.
Hopkins' kick is good, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off.
Taken in at the 3.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. Bringing this crew out, it's someone known for his big arm since he entered the league back in 2016, Jacoby Brissett.
Spent the early years of his career bouncing between starter and backup as needed, and played well, but never had a team fully commit to him as their guy. He does retain the toolbox that made him projectable as a starter. Big, strong player with a powerful arm, deceptively mobile, and tough to tackle. The best part about his game, leadership and being a great teammate.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 2nd down and 4, Brissett. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
It's hard to believe with all this production that Amari Cooper keeps changing teams, but no matter where he goes, he just continues to produce. 3 years in Oakland, traded. 3 years in Dallas, traded again, this time to the Cleveland Browns. And now with the Browns here, he produces a 1st down, coming off a career-best 8 touchdowns in 2021.
Swings this out for Hunt. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Throw complete to Bell. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit, because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On play action, Brissett. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Brissett sets to throw it.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Here's Brissett. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hunt. Well, the Browns are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a first and goal.
Brissett. Escaping the press. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper from 3 yards out. And the Browns are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Now Cade York for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Even for a guy who many believe has become the standard in the league, Myles Garrett's 2021 was special. 16 sacks set a team record, and we're 3rd in the NFL, and he made first-team All-Pro to the surprise of no one.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Herbert now. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take over here up near the 40.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Brissett. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
First down, Brissett.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he is going to lose yardage here. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing and run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. This is Hunt on the draw play. And he's got room. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
From the red zone now, Brissett. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line.
To throw is Brissett. Now he's flushed out right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Brissett. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. That's a tough blow there offensively. Had a decent drive going. You've got the lead, and now things completely flip on you.
Yeah, because they've been dominating on both sides of the ball. But after that mistake there, it's got to be tough for them to look up and realize we're trailing in this ball game. I thought we had complete control.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. The last time, everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick six, and now they've got to come right back out here, Charles, and try to pick up the pieces and get things going again.
Yeah, it certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining, and it is hard to see so soon after that touchdown. But the game plan was definitely working. They were generating offense, had the ball beyond midfield, getting wins on each down against the defense. So they're moving it well. They just have to hang on to it.
Yeah, as you said, though, probably tough to remember those good things on that last drive when it ended like it did. Nasir Adderley that time making the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Play action now. Brissett. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw, Brissett. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Running on 1st down, Eckler. What a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly. And he showed some fancy footwork on the juke, but then quickly taken down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. 2nd and 5 now. Herbert. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett from 4 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had to feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Cleveland offense making their way out. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Brissett. That's complete. It's Bell. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And they get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, Chubb. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brissett. It'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. After the turnover, here's Herbert. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll go again with Kelly. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Let's go, baby. Let's get him go. Let's go, baby.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
On 3rd down, Kelly. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. On 1st down, it's Herbert. He's got his tight end over the middle. That's McKinney. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams. They're going to look to throw. And he is going to lose yardage here. A huge loss on the play. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Play fake, Brissett. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Throwing, Brissett. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the delay, here's Hunt. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
What's the deal, y'all? You call anything like that?
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. On play action, Brissett. He's got a man, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Brissett sets to throw it. Touchdown, Browns! David Njoku from 6 yards away. And the Browns get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
What a quick start to the drive, but not for the team that really needed it. In only a few seconds, the opposing QB found himself on the turf, and the defense is celebrating 2nd and long.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So we have reached halftime, intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports halftime report. First, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Chargers in that first half. And it's been the running game that's pushed them to this lead at halftime. Over 100 yards as a team in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Browns, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jacoby Brissett in the offense, ready to begin their next drive. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half two after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Hunt. And a short pickup to about the 25.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Brissett now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game, 1st and 10 here. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Play action. It's Herbert. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Herbert gives this one to Kelly. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Herbert. He'll leave it for, and a loose football. And I think the Browns got it. They did. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
The Browns set and ready to go on offense. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more, but this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Brissett's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Here's Brissett. His throw incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Brissett. And his throw is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Brissett. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they're going to get this up to midfield. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Brissett, throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Brissett. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Brissett. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at the 6-yard line.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
Let's do this, man. Let's do our thing.
Into the air once more, it's Brissett. Touchdown! Amari Cooper with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. The York on now for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He enjoyed a good first half. His team enjoyed a halftime lead, but all of a sudden, they've gone the other way.
And it would be so easy to just point the fingers at the offensive guys. Okay, well, what's going on here? But maybe the defense made a few adjustments at the half and got a little bit better. Remember, they're professionals too. They have their pride.
Yeah, those 11 guys have had something to say about it. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10. At their own 22. They'll start on the ground with Kelly. They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 99 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a 1st down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That's caught. It's DeAndre Carter. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 35 yards the gain there. Another 1st down as well.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Herbert. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it. But he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Brissett's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. To throw, Brissett. That's complete to Brown over the middle. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Brissett steps away to his left, and he'll just get rid of it. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
A 3rd quarter now, and a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw is Brissett. This is the tight end, Njoku. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. They'll throw again. Brissett. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
This pass finds its way to Williams, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Draw play, it's Eckler. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe starts to call more blitzes, because you can call run blitzes in order to try and get more people to the point of attack.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Herbert. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw here, Herbert.
He'll get that one to Carter complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Herbert.
And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Kelly tries the right side. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for a 4th quarter lead. And this kick is not gonna get there. It's short and no good. And that'll keep this a 1-point game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Brissett sets to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Bell. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Brissett. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Brissett now. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to get the lead up to 4.
York able to send this one through.
And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Herbert now. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Breaking through to drop him, that's Perrion Winfrey. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen to Kelly. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They go play action with Brissett. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The veteran Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Handoff up the middle, Hunt. 48 yards on the ground for him so far.
A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal, and the Pigs get at the 7-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Herbert following the turnover. That's caught at the 1. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Here's Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Josh Palmer from a yard out. And the Chargers have taken a 4th quarter lead. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game. And here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect a lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29. Another opportunity now for the Browns offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
What's the deal, y'all?
First down, Brissett. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Brissett. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? You got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Hunt on the draw play.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 64 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Brissett. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brissett. Looking deep downfield.
And that is dropped. Oh, my goodness. That could have been a game changer, but he could not hang on.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Third down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 27-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. A first down throw for Brissett.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Again, it's Brissett. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down, but they are in field goal range already. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
York able to send this one through.
And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away.
And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
The Chargers getting set to go.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether the...
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Martin Emerson.
And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. He will push his way down to about the 14. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a 3rd would win it. And this one is right through. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow. And for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one.